Welcome to the home of Crown Point Customs, custom knives. I did 3 cleavers for a gentleman a while back, a couple cleavers. Saw me on Facebook and got with me, and I refinished a couple cleavers for him that were over 100 years old. The guy was 74 himself, and they were his dad's, who was a butcher. And these cleavers are from Germany, and yeah, he got with me, and I gave him a couple weeks, and you know, he came to come get them. And after I refurbished them, man, you can really smell the blood and see the thumps on the back from where you're driving it in that cow bone. And yeah, I gave it to him. The guy kind of teared up, you know, and touched him. You can tell. And I don't know what they meant to the guy, but you could see in his face that he started tearing up and gave me a hug. And as a thank you, he's like, "Bro, I don't have much money, but do you want one of the cleavers?" And this is one of them right here. So he gave me this one. I'm like, yeah. Well, yeah, I want a 100-year-old cleaver. So this is gonna be mine. Anyways, another gentleman on my Instagram direct messaged me, and he saw the post of the cleavers, and he wanted to do a cleaver of his own. Older gentleman, and this is it right here, from Germany again. And he met up with me, and I go, "Great, so what's the story behind the cleaver?" He says, "Nothing, man. My dad just got it at the flea market. So why don't you get another cleaver?" You know what I mean? Nothing to me. And that's when he's like, "Oh, I want it handled with this here." And that's when he took out this big block of maple right here. He's like, "Oh, cool, man. Tell me about this. This is kind of nice." And he says, "Well, the earliest thought of my father, we were young, side of the road, piece of wood. I remember picking up a piece of wood, and it's been in the garage ever since, all through my childhood. And then when I was about 10, 12 years old, he brought it out, and we refinished it, me and my dad, and we covered our dining room table with it. And that was his dining room table all through. He broke bread there with his family, and then recently his dad passed away, lived in Oregon, and it was bad. They demolished the house. They tore it down, and before they tore it down, he got to rip up his countertop, and then he cut a chunk off, and I started splitting it up, and he wants these as his scales, and I thought that was rad, man. I go, "Yeah, I'll do it, man. Give me a week, I'll do it." So yeah, this is my next project here. Stay tuned. You can check it out. Check out the progress on it. I'm just gonna refinish it. He wanted brass pins and old kitchen table, so should make a good story. How's it going? Back on the cleaver I was talking about earlier. I got it up, about to drill the holes for the pins. Customer wanted brass pins, and I got the wood sectioned and ready for a handle. So I'm gonna drill the holes in that, prep the pins, get ready for epoxy for the handle, let it dry, shape the handle, and that should be a wrap. So here we go, start drilling holes. Clamping it down, lining the wood up, the scales with the cleaver. So when I drill the holes again through the scales, it's going to be perfect. So I'm not tapping the pins through. It's going to be a perfect fit when I tap those pins through. Get some more clamps. I'm thinking, I'm gonna let this dry overnight. I'm fucking hard in hell, dude.
Okay.
So, the cleaver you just saw me working, unfortunately, we didn't get to film the end of it. The handle wasn't adhering to the cleaver as well as I thought, so it took me a few tries that I eventually got it. I had to get it back to the customer. But the 140-year-old cleaver I talked about at the beginning of this segment, my buddy Rob had to have it. So I built him the cleaver, front to back. The episode's coming out, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching.